So yeah, like I was saying, if you had never seen the sun, it'd be a bit hard to kind of visualize the sun in your mind, if you see what I mean. You could kind of visualize it based on what other people might tell you. Someone might say, okay, say you were born without the sense of sight, if you see what I mean. Born without sight, you weren't able to see. Someone might be able to kind of explain it to you, you know what I mean. You might be able to hear and you might be able to listen to what someone else is describing. You might be able to kind of visualize it in your mind that way. You know what I mean, based on, they might say, oh, it's a large circular ball of fire. And you might think, in your mind, you might be able to kind of visualize that, if you see what I mean, you know. But yeah, you know, it's, you know, so a lot of stuff we can visualize and recall within our minds as memories, or if you see what I mean, or imagine, is usually stuff that we've already seen.
Yeah.
That's stored in our memory bank,
right.
Stored in our memory bank, that we're able to.
You got to imagine if you were born blind.
Yeah.
Right, and now you're 50 years old.
Mm.
You know, and you're still alive, you know, breathe and whatever. How do you look? You know, how do you dream then?
Yeah.
Is it possible to dream if you can't see?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's a question, isn't it?
Mm.
It's interesting, isn't it?
It is, because if you can't see and you're not able to.
You know, because I personally feel right there.
Well, they probably can, because if they can still hear and everything else like that, they're still having, what's it called? Their memory is still, they're still having memories implanted in their brains.
Smell.
They've got smell and hearing and stuff like this and stuff. You see what I mean? So they're able to.
Taste and
They
touch.
might be able to go out into the street and hear the buses. If you see what I mean, and be able to sit down late at night and think about, you know, the sound of the buses. If you see what I mean, that they've, you know, that's stored in their memory. If you see what I mean.
I mean, they got touch, and they say, you know, you know, you can feel a banana and an orange and the difference and all that. But eyes are very important, aren't they? When you think about it, you know, especially when when it's to do with dreaming.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a very interesting question.
It is.
I wonder if,
it is.
Yeah.
You know. I sometimes imagine.
I think so. I think so.
Sometimes I imagine like life, you know, like as a blind person, you know, like say they don't see stars. Do you know what I mean? They don't see the sun.
Yeah.
You know, so what, you know, me personally, right, since I was younger or whatever, so I learn and learn as I get older, and now I learn so much about the kind of stars, and I've seen them every year, the stars. Do you know what I mean? All, and the sun.
Yeah.
For 50 years now.
Yeah.
And I feel like the universe is in me now, do you know what I mean?
But that's, I think I've always kind of believed that though. I believe we are the universe, and the universe, you know, we are the universe, and the universe is kind of us.
We're all memories, aren't they? You know, your memory.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you didn't come round today because you were sick, I wouldn't have seen you, and nothing would have happened. Do you know what I mean?
There would have been no memories created.
I think.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I think we've got to appreciate memories a little bit more, you know, and appreciate the moment a bit more. You know, I think like people forget how to enjoy the moment, or too busy to enjoy the moment, you know, do you know what I mean? I say, if you've had a really lovely sleep, you've had a day in the countryside, you're going to be more happier, do you know what I mean, in life, you know, and you've eaten well. You know, that's important, you know, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And, you know, you've looked after yourself, you know, you've got to make sure you're clean. You know, these are the elements of being happy, you know, are your feet happy, do you know what I mean, yeah? Do you look after your feet? You know, they're very important too. Yeah. You know, and you've got to appreciate these tools we've got, you know, our hands, everything, you know, that we've got, you know. I even appreciate my ears, do you know what I mean? I clean them out every day, my ears personally, but I'm getting old, do you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, you do need to clean your ears more as you get older, do you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, I mean, as you do get older, things, you know, they fade, do you know what I mean? You like your eyesight, they're slowly dying. You know, your hearing's slowly getting worse. Yeah. You know, often people get old and they're deaf. Or they've got a hearing aid on, you know what I mean? Yeah. They can't walk. So, do you know what I mean?
Senses starts to deteriorate.
Like everything, and even their touch, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I can remember my nan, you know, she couldn't touch things anymore. Yeah. You know, she got older, you know, before she died, you know, she couldn't even pick up a cup. Because she couldn't feel how, do you know what I mean? You know, your senses completely die. Yeah.
People lose their strength, and
the older you get, really, you know,
you become more frail.
Well, the weaker you get, really, you know, with everything. You know, your hair gets grey, you know, everything gets older.
But you can look after yourself and keep yourself strong. Keep yourself strong. You know, there are people that still, you know, I've seen there's a few people that I even see today on social media and stuff who are in their 70s, 80s that are extremely fit. You know, still work out every day, still, you know, still strong.
I can't believe actually how strong I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I started smoking when I was 15.
Yeah.
Right, so I've been smoking like, oh God, a long time, 4 years or whatever, And I can still balance on one hand, you know, well, just about. Or, you know, I used to be able to do it really good.
Yeah.
But I can balance on 2 hands. You know, I'm very strong. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I think I should be dead by now. Do you know what I mean? I'm out I smoke. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy, you know. And I feel like when I'm hoping when I'm 99, I want to be running. Do you know what I mean? Doing jogging and, you know, keep myself strong. Do you know what I mean? You know, like I said, that's got to be the most important thing in life, to keep yourself strong.
Yeah.
Got to be.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I can't think of anything. You know, it's no good being weak, is it? Do you know what I mean? You've got to think about someone weak and, you know, nearly, you know, someone strong. Do you know what I mean? And strength to do things, and, you know, keep the mind strong as well. You know, body and mind strong. You know, like I say, I've gone through a hell of a lot. You know, like losing my family, which I didn't want to happen. You know, and all this, but it happened. You know, and I've gone through it, and it's mentally made me stronger. I think, well, what worse can happen? Well, do you know what I mean? Apart from dying, do you know what I mean? You know, but like I say, I'm enjoying life now. Do you know what I mean? It's not it. I'm putting my feet up. Do you know what I mean? And thinking, well, I've done that. I've had my family, tried my best, and now I'm putting my feet up and having a party. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna, you know, just enjoy my life the rest of my life. You know, that's what's important, I think. You know, it's not important getting a big castle, is it? You know, like I'm going to own all that land. You know, now I'm going to die. Leave that castle, beyond whatever. You know, it's not all about that. You know, it's actually just enjoying and appreciating yourself and the world and nature. You know, so I think like children, seriously, they're not educated to love insects, you know, or nature in a funny way, you know. It's all to do with maths and science and all this, you know, do you know what I mean? You know, and they lose their compassion, you know? And it's, I don't know, compassion has got something to do with God. You know, if you've lost your compassion, you've got no God in you. You know, and I personally think you know, people got no compassion about insects. That's for sure. They hate them.
But I was gonna say today, mate, it seems a lot of people lack empathy. A lot of people lack compassion. People are so self-indulged today. Everything is about self and ego and pride and you know and.
Well, there's all kinds of people out there now. Like I say, a lot of people are just stuck because they've got to get up. They're stuck in
the matrix.
Well, yeah, you know, and they got to do what they got to do, even though they don't want to do it or go to work, whatever, you know, and all that kind of stuff, you know. I'd say some people ain't had enough sleep and that, and they're tired, and you know, and it ruins their sleep pattern.
But that's how they get people, mate. That's how they get people, sleep deprivation.
Well, it's, you know, I think.
But that's how they get people. Honestly, that's how they kill off. That's how they kill off people, mate. Sleep deprivation. Because how are you supposed to sleep 8 hours a night, work 8 hours a day, and then you still got to cook, still got to shower, still got to go supermarket, still got errands to run. If you've got kids and a wife, you still got, you know. So that's how they get you, mate. They get you with the sleep deprivation, you know. That's why most people today probably got health problems. A lot of people, probably due to lack of rest, lack of, you know, because life is so much societal pressure today, you know, in order to like survive and maintain and have a good life where you're not struggling and, you know, you're kind of like
so we're owned, in it.
Yeah, you want to be financially comfortable, you know.
A lot of people are owned, don't they? They are, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure.
They're owned.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know, that's what it is. Where a lot of people are owned, and it, you know, I don't think it's right. It's not, you know, like I say, mental health and all that's so important, you know, and there's so many people getting mentally ill, you know, these days, you know, because they just don't want to live anymore because of the matrix, whatever, you know, and they've got to get up and work tough hours for not a lot of money and all that, you know, whatever. It's not fair.
It's not fair, yeah.
You know, and then they go to work all day and they're paying for a big house which they're not in.
Yeah.
And all that, you know, or, you know, they just sleep in it, basically, and they've got a couple, you know, do you know what I mean?
Like a hotel.
And they're paying a lot of money for something they ain't got.
Yeah.
Or not even living in, do you know what I mean? Or don't belong to them, rent and all that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
We're living in a nasty world.
Yeah.
I don't know how it evolved into a nasty world like this, but it did. You know, and it's kind of like we're all living in a nasty world today, aren't we, really? Let's face it, you know, it's not perfect, is it?
No, not by any means.
Like
not by any standard.
It's not Adam and Eve, is it, anymore, you know? Like I say, I think like electric cars, you know, and the Industrial Revolution, right? Bang, you know, we invented things, whatever, now we got it, 100 years later, woof, internet, you know, right? And now, you know, well,
they call it modern day slavery.
You know, like
that's what they call it,
modern
day slavery.
Well, 1,000 years ago, families used to have their children with them. They didn't go to school. You know, I'm talking about maybe a few thousand years ago, right? They slept with them until they were 8 or 9. You know, next to their mum and dad. They all slept together. You know, that was family, all right? But this is all gone. It's all been like Industrial Revolution. You've got to go work now. I mean, everyone's got to.
It's a modern day slave system.
You know, I don't know how the hell this happened.
That's all
but it's like the devil's, you know.
Well, it is like the
devil's living on our own.
It's almost like these people are the devil. You know, these people are the devil.
It is.
All the devil is, mate, is evil. That's all it is, mate.
You know, I can't believe it says about in the Bible and all this, you know, greed and all this and greed and greed. But here we are living in the world of God. And
that's the world we live in today, where it's a very materialistic type of society we live in today. You know, everyone's wants to have more than the other person, and as you know, a lot of people are jealous of other people and envious of other people because of what they've got, their possessions, and you know,
so I think we're all dreamers, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's important to dream. You know, it's important to have goals. It's important to, you know, to be focused on your dreams. You know, and to also know that you know, if you're going to have a dream, you've got to put work in. You've got to have action. Action. You know, you can't turn a dream into reality unless there is action that is being applied. You know, you can't. You know.
Well, it's like this show.
Yeah.
But you said over a year ago, you suggested that we'd do a show.
Yeah.
You know, we started it. You know, and it's a dream come true, really, isn't it?
Definitely.
You know, it's good.
Yeah.
You know, and I think like you know, like you did, if you didn't come up with that idea, this, you know, these shows
would never happen.
This channel wouldn't have existed. You know what I mean? So, you know, and it's and then through these shows we've been learning a little bit more, whatever, you know, and it's, you know, been interesting, whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm looking forward to the future. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, in the future, what have we got? All right, in the future, I know one thing I've got. All right, is an imagination. All right, tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. All right, and dreaming is a beautiful thing. You know, I mean, you can dream of terrible things if you want. That's up to you. Do you know what I mean? You can dream. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? You can dream of hell if you want. You know, but I love putting flowers in my dreams. Do you know what I mean? And like, so I like keeping away from. You know, if I go for a walk, I like being peaceful places. Yeah. You know, I go to bed. Yeah. I've got beautiful memories. You know, and I don't hang around people that's going to distract me. You know, or be rude to me, or do you know what I mean? I keep them all out of my life completely. You know, so it's all. You know, I've got. It's like I've got a duster and brush really, and swept all the rubber. You know, the people that get on my nerves. You know what I mean? You know, and like so today, you know, like my life is a bit different to yours, and I think everybody's life's a little bit different. Oh yeah, of course, ways, to each other, and I mean, yours might be a bit similar to someone else's a little bit. Yeah. But, you know, even so, you're different. You know, because you've got different jobs and whatever. You know, I think it's just a matrix of different things out there, do you know what I mean, of different people.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, like my situation to you, you've got 2 children, you've got a job, which I've done all that a bit, you know, but I'm free.
Yeah.
You know, and I love it, you know, I mean, after, you know, when, you know, later on tonight I might do another video.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoy life.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, even sometimes even when I'm sick, alright, yeah, and I'm not lying to you, even when I've got a toothache a little bit sometimes, yeah, obviously if it's too bad I can't, but like, sometimes when I'm sick, I'm not joking with you, I just smile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right,
stay positive.
Well, you just got to, that's what you got to do, you know, like even when you're sick, you know, I've been really sick sometimes for a week, you know, and I think, you know, you got to be your own nurse, your own doctor, and kind of like, you know, and you drink water, you know, you got, you know, fight your way, you know, you got to be positive about it, you know what I mean? You want to be alive, don't you? You don't want to die, you know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so you want to survive, and, you know,
Stay
I think
strong.
like, what's important is feeling happy, you know, within yourself, you know, have you got a, you know, like, happiness is a very magical feeling, I think. When you think about it, you know, happiness is really the closest to magical feeling that you'll ever get.
Yeah.
You know, when you're happy, it's a beautiful feeling, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, magical things can happen too, you know, and happiness is a feeling. People forget this, it's a feeling.
It's a choice as well.
Yeah, you know, like,
it's definitely.
You can grump about the weather,
yeah,
get angry or whatever, you know, but what's the point? Like, you know, I was talking in the last episode, you know, drop and cut. Laugh about it. Do you know what I mean? You know,
yeah.
just be happy. Be happy.
Yeah, don't be too serious.
Be happy.
You know?
Yeah, don't, you know, that's the problem, you know, a lot of people.
Don't get me wrong, there are certain circumstances and certain environments and certain situations and scenarios that will call for you to be serious and to play that role, you know what I mean, of, you know, being focused and on point. But don't be too serious about life, in a sense, if you see what I mean, you know.
Well, people have got to take it seriously, you know, it's money. In this world, you know, and people do take it seriously.
Well, you have to. There's lots of things you have to take seriously, but I mean, at the same time, you still have to enjoy life. You know, you still have to.
Well, I think.
Don't be too. You know.
I think that's the problem with the world, right?
Yeah.
People are too serious.
Yeah.
Not even long.
Yeah.
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 And that's I can't remember what the quote was. I did share a quote today, but I can't remember it about being serious. Do you know what I mean? There are people too serious, alright? They don't enjoy life too much anymore. Do you know what I mean? Because they're too serious about that.
Yeah.
And they're not happy.
Yeah.
You know, what's the point of being serious? Being serious won't make you happy.
Yeah.
Alright, you got to be serious about life in a funny way, you know, but too serious, you know. And like I say, I mean, you could be a millionaire, alright, yeah, lots of money, but your time is all taken up, alright. You've got to go up in the morning, do this, do that, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've got lots of commitments, yeah. And you're not happy.
Yeah.
Alright. You can't dream, even though you've got all that money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've got to look at all these different aspects, you know, where I haven't got all that money. I mean, to be honest with you, like if I had both, you know, like if I did come into money, I would enjoy it, to be honest with you, know what I mean? Like, £20 million in my bank, that'd be great.
Yeah. You
know, then I got like money in my bank, alright, like I'm a millionaire now, and a millionaire with time as well. I'm completely free in life, do you know what I mean? You know, that is freedom.
Yeah.
You know, having the money as well. You know, I've not got complete freedom, do you know what I mean? Because I don't own this house, do you know what I mean? And my landlord could throw me out next week.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a bit of a, you know, that's not nice, is it?
Bit of an insecurity.
Well, yeah, again, you know, a lot of people are insecure right there. You know, if they don't pay their rent, or they, you know, the boss might want to sell up, do you know what I mean? All this sort of stuff, do you know what I mean? And they're trying to live their lives, and they've got used to their family home and whatever, their loving life. And then their landlord can turn their lives up any minute, you know what I mean? It's not a nice world. It's a nasty, horrible, like, I wish someone could do something about it all. Because it's nasty, and it's not going to be it's going to get worse, if anything, you know what I mean? You know, why are we living in a nasty, horrible world like this?
I know.
You know, I wish they
quite sad, really.
Well, I think, like, I wish that everyone was free from this horrible chain we're living in, the kind of way.
Horrible system.
Where we could all be happy again.
Yeah.
You know, free of these clocks, free of this chain, you know what I mean? And, you know, I don't know what's gone wrong here, but something's, you know, it's something to do with industrial revolution.
But I think,
you know?
the time is coming, mate, where people are rising up, because people, like you said earlier, made a very important point, and that is, a lot of people have had enough. A lot of people have had enough.
Some people will find it impossible.
Well, not only that, but people have it's getting to the point where, like, even today, where inflation is so incredibly high, that people have just had enough. People are just saying, listen, if you guys don't fix this system and get this shit back together and get it back to where people can still survive, you know, naturally, you know, can survive and have a good life and whatever else, then fuck your system.
Yeah, but I
you see what I mean? A lot of people are, you know.
I don't think there's anything anyone can do. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, I just wish everybody was happy. You know, do you know what I mean? And as you can sort of, I go out right, and I'm happy. I am, yeah. And I can see all the unhappy people around me out there a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of lonely people, you know. And that's how, you know, loneliness is a, you know, like I say, I've learned about loneliness in a funny way, you know, because of my life, you know. I'm not lonely, you know. How can you be lonely when you love all the stars and all the flowers, do you know what I mean, the earth and everything, you know. And I've got many memories, you know, of not being lonely, you know, having lots and lots of love, you know, you know, whatever. You know, so, like I say, some people have not experienced all that, do you know what I mean? You know, and I can, you know, I feel like my sex life's over completely now, do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like my childhood. I can look back at that, and I can look back on my sex life now.
You can reflect on it.
Yeah, you know, put my feet back. I mean, I might get lucky, you know, and might meet someone one day, you know, but, you know, I'm happy not to.
Yeah.
In a funny way, you know, like I'm happy, really seriously, living my rest of my life on my own.
Yeah.
You know, why not? I mean, some people reach 60, right, they're married.
Yeah.
And then suddenly their husband dies, or their wife dies, do you know what I mean? They're left on their own. And they can't cope, do you know what I mean, yeah?
Yeah.
But me, right, you know, I went through my divorce and that, yeah, and it's horrible, whatever, and now I'm on my own. I think, great.
Yeah.
Party time.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't pick your nose when you're on your own, can you? I mean, when we people, you can when you're on your own. You can pick your nose when you're on your own. Let's just say that. Do you know what I mean? That's what I was trying to say. You know, but you know, like I say, you know, on your own, it's, you know, like I say, I'm enjoying life. You know, because I can do things, and you know, like for instance, when I wash up, it's my washing up. It's not everyone else's. Do you know what I mean? You know, and it's where my life, whatever I do, it's mine. You know what I mean? You know, I kind of work for myself now. Do you know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's fun.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. You know, and it's whether you love being alone or you don't.
Yeah.
You know, do you love your own imagination? You know, because I know I love mine. You know, I love my memories. I don't feel I've got many regrets. You know, like for instance, you know, getting married. I think it's kind of a regret. You know, but I did it. You know, so. I got nothing to regret. You know, I've not murdered anyone or anything, or robbed anyone, do you know what I mean? So I don't feel bad about anything. So, you know, or I'm not rude to anyone, or I always respect other people, do you know what I mean, yeah? So, you know, and if anyone's rude to me, I forgive them.
Yeah.
You know, they're not intelligent, maybe, you know? So, you know, I'm hoping to get even wiser, do you know what I mean, yeah? You know. In the future, you know. I mean, now I'm coming up to 60, you know, I don't think I want to get married and settle down a family, do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah.
It'd be stupid.
Yeah.
But you never know.
You never know.
You never know, I might need someone.
You can only dream.
That's it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, if I lived another life, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Do we live another life?
If you had another 60 years.
Yeah.
You could do it, couldn't you?
Yeah, that's right, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, mate, before we call it a night and wrap it up for this week's episode, is there any kind of any final words or any closing statements or anything you want to say about sleep and dreaming?
Yeah, there is. Just sleep well tonight.
That's it. Try and get as much good rest as you need.
Yeah.
We're all different, and we all need. Some of us can sleep 4 hours and feel fantastic. Some people need 8. You know what works for you. Just try to have a good. Just try and make sure you get enough rest. It's very important. It's part of a healthy diet, in a sense. Sleep is part of a healthy diet.
And yeah. And look, I hope you've learned something from what we've said, from this show,
Yeah, most definitely. Of course, we've, as we always do, we kind of, divert here and there on talk about different things, different topics and different subject matter and stuff. But hope you guys have enjoyed this week's episode, all about sleep and dreaming. Yeah. Good night. God bless. Sleep well. Keep dreaming. Keep pursuing your dreams.
The future is a dream.
The future is a dream. The dreams can become reality if you work hard enough and you apply yourself enough and you invest yourself enough.
Yeah.
One love.
One dream.